Roggix the Incinerator. So Roggix is a little bit of a slower fight. Gonna need a bit more healing. Really the cards that I want to see for Roggix are the 3 damage AoE, not Hellfire, but Ring of Fire, I think it is. The one with cost X. And I want to see Earthen Minion, because that soaks a lot of damage. From Lavella, Deliverance is pretty good for this fight. Quick Heal's not a big deal. I would really like to see another Mind Control for her, or Celestial Plate to add some resist to Korgan, to my fighter. Battlecry is always good. Berserker Rage is fine. Flash of Steel is fantastic. So I think this is pretty good. Hellfire will probably be pretty good. Frost Blast actually seems like it would be pretty good too. Fireball, I'm kind of not ready to go in on Fireball. There's better things for me to do with my time. I mean, like, if you look at the rate between Fireball and Firebolt, Firebolt is always available, and it's 2 ticks for 5 damage. For Fireball to equal that kind of ratio, like, it'll never get there. It's exactly 1 tick for 1 damage. And so Firebolt will always be better than Fireball, even with the Firepower bonus. Not a lot of reason to have Fireball in my deck, I think. Oh well, I guess that's something to do after this one. Go back into the deck builder and see if I can make some changes. Strength buff, Deliverance, and Terrify. Alright, that's a pretty good setup. You're moving up. You have Battle Cry, which is a good start. Not a lot to do here yet. I guess I can pass and Strength buff next turn. And you... Did I take Melt Out? I probably shouldn't have taken Melt Out. That's something to look at next time. Head over to this side, because he's probably going to drop a Volcano over here again. And start tossing Firebolts. Oh, we're going to pass. Fire Golem. Yeah, that's something I don't want attacking me. I guess it's not going to get close enough to hit anybody on the next turn anyway. It has... I mean, because of its size, I'm assuming it has move 2, which isn't going to be close enough. So I can spend this turn on Strength and be fine. Fireball draws 2 cards, Firebolt only draws 1. That does make a difference, except for the fact that Firebolt always draws Firebolt. I'm still not exactly sure how the talent system works, but it seems like all of the cards with talent written across the top are always in the hero's hand. So, I mean, Fireball might draw a more situationally useful card, but Firebolt is always useful. No Rage yet. I think just hits. And now it's time for... Oh, now it's time for Celestial Plate. When does this move again? This doesn't move for ages! Oh, I got all the time in the world. It's definitely time for Celestial Plate. Yeah, just Firebolt. Sure, Strength buff. Get better at Strength. Tougher than a Firelink. Accurate. Does this... Yeah, so, Bolt's really good, that's what I'm saying. So this is what I'm talking about, free-range games if you're still around. This hero normally has 2 armor, not resist. But by giving him +1 armor and +1 resist, both his armor and his resist are at 3 now. Which, like, if that's how it works, that's how it works. But it's not the way that I expected it to work. This Mind Control, though... Is this guy worth Mind Controlling? Yeah, a lot of the numbers are going to change. So while this information is useful for right now, I'm positive that it's not going to be this way on release. There's definitely a lot of tweaking to do, and a lot of balance passes on the cards that still need to happen. Okay, so the talent cards do work the way I think they do. I don't think Ghost Strike draws cards though, and I'm not sure if that is intentional or if that's an oversight. Fireslinger tougher than a Fireling. If I'm gonna mind control either of them, I think the bigger one is the one that's more worth mind controlling. The other one doesn't even look like it's mobile. If it's not mobile, it's not close enough to hit the boss, which is the only part that matters. You, I guess, get further away from the spinny thing and toss more firebolts. I guess I'm prepared to Hellfire at some point, but it doesn't need to happen yet. Oh, it does move. Okay, but now they're going to be occupied with each other, which is great. Fury Strike, Fury Sword. I still want more Fury. You be over here, so you have more mobility options for when this guy summons a volcano. And I guess Rage up? Sure. Yes, absolutely. Do this thing. Yeah, I think probably the best way for me to organize my thoughts at this point is maybe go back and do the VODs. There's quite a few things that I've noticed that, for the most part, just seem like bugs, like things that were just oversights. But there are definitely a couple of places where some balance issues could be addressed. And, I mean, I think a lot of them will be relatively obvious, but I'm happy to submit my feedback. Absolutely. 14 health. I might as well just go for the face. Do I have anything that's more damage? Hellfire. Hellfire takes longer. Might as well just Firebolt. And you are at 10 Fury, which is just the right amount of Fury. Radagar's Shade.